What's up, guys? It's your guy, Whetto. In line with YouTube community guidelines, if you aren't over 21, we ask that you don't watch this video. Three, two, one. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Whetto's World. It's your guy, Whetto. Of course, I got my man, Chef Neff, on the side of me, and today, we've got my man, Jonathan, holding it down from Espíritu, doing the damn thing, and to let y'all know what's going on with the hustle and everything they got going on. So, of course, we're going to hit you with a quick commercial break. When we get back, we're going to dive into the hustle. Ow! What's up, guys? Welcome back. Your guy, Whetto, my man, Chef Neff, and we got Jonathan in the hot seat. Let's figure this damn thing out.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Thanks for coming and kicking it with us here at Whetto's World, doing the damn thing. What's up? Welcome.
Appreciate you guys having me. Thank you.
Of course.
You.
Thanks for coming
appreciate
out,
the
man.
opportunity to, talk about my brand and our product and share it with, everybody that's watching.
Yeah, man, we appreciate, like I said, you being here for one, just to sit down and talk about the hustle and everything you've been doing. We were trying to figure out the behind-the-scenes shit and what's going on with you as a person. So, of course, we'll throw it in here with everybody else, too. But the products are amazing, phenomenal, top-notch, man, and everybody's loving it. So
Appreciate that.
How did all this come about, man?
Long story, right? It's always a long story, but I was working for the railroad, and, my wife runs her own business. She has her own coaching, spiritual mentorship. She goes to the women's retreats, a lot of that spiritual aspect of life, And, just not necessarily caring where my life was. I didn't, the railroad's a great job, nothing against the railroad, but it just wasn't for me, right? It just wasn't for me and for the life that we wanted to live and the life we wanted to give our kids, We want to be able to get out more and, really engage with our kids in every aspect of their life, right? We brought them into this world, and we really feel like that we just need to show them as much as we possibly can, give them as much information as we can. That way, when they're of age, they can make their own decisions and hopefully come and be a great part of this community that we have.
Hell yeah, and you're setting quite a foundation for them. Now, how old are these two?
2.5, man. 2.5.
So congratulations on being a new one, my man. That's what's up.
That,
so not only are you hosting and handling being a dad, but you're also out here hitting the pavement, man, because you're in quite a few stores now. How many stores are you in now?
We're in 34 dispos across New Mexico now. So we're making a little bit of progress and moving, and people are really starting to see that Espíritu movement, right, of intentional spiritual cannabis consumption and not just sitting on the couch getting high. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just more of like a movement, right? An intentional movement, right? To really bring out what the plant has. There's so much that this plant has to offer for us, and just showcasing another aspect of it and bringing that out to the world.
How did you get introduced into the medicine?
You started using cannabis when I was really young, high school days, maybe middle school days.
Right.
Don't tell my
kids.
mom, I hope you're not watching.
Right.
But, and just really got into it. And I noticed back then, I noticed it even more now, looking back and reflecting, but how much it helped me with anxiety or, just to calm myself and set myself right for that day or for that whatever I was going into, and, I kind of had to disconnect with it there for a while.
Really? Why? What do you mean?
Got a job, right?
Oh, okay.
So got a job. I worked at a prison in Los Lunas for 5 years, and, you can't consume, right? You get drug tested and all that. From there, I went to the railroad, and same, you can't consume. It's all, there's a lot of, community safety and stuff in those jobs. So, they want to make sure everybody's, not
coherent,
high, right?
Yeah.
So,
what does this button do?
Yeah, it totally makes sense. And so, through those jobs, I couldn't smoke. The only option I had was alcohol. And it really did lead me down a bad road. I was an alcoholic for years and years and years. And when I found cannabis again, it's been like 3-4 years, it helped me transition out of that, and it helped me, like I said, connect with myself. And I think that's the mission of our product is aside from the intentional spirituality, is that self-connection, right? That's that spiritual aspect, that self-connection. And it really, getting that back and starting my spiritual journey with my wife, that's when I met her, and this all kind of snowballed, right?
Okay.
And just starting that and really opening my eyes to, I can use this better to help myself and to connect with myself and see things that maybe I'm doing wrong or things that I'm doing right that I want to, move forward with.
Correcting.
That's kind of, just getting back into that and seeing that again is really what propelled me into this. So.
And now your wife too, is she an avid user, or you guys?
She doesn't use as much as I do. She does every so often when she feels that vibe to partake, But yeah, she's.
And she's on a higher conscious level of spirituality with a lot of this stuff, because she ties into a lot of the spirit animals and the dealings that you're doing with that. So does 100%. That you feel like that kind of helped you guys, like you said, connect as a
100%.
As a pair?
I think just the whole spiritual journey that we're on, and just always. Trying to better ourselves, trying to figure out ways to do better. And it's not just for ourselves. I think at the end of the day, our biggest focus is our children, right?
Of course.
And what are we going to do with them? And what I do with myself directly reflects them, right?
You better believe it.
Yeah. And so just trying to make ourselves better so that we can, give that to our kids.
Yeah. And I commend you, man. You're setting one hell of an example for your kids to be able to be out here and be a leader of the pack and push forward for your namesake. You know what I mean? That's a lot, especially if you're doing it in a kind manner with good spirituality and intention to it, because that's in today's day and age, that's not
any kind of business. It's hard being the good guy.
Yeah.
So it's hats off to you on that, man. Commend you. That's a good hustle, man. Now, how much is this like? Is it a struggle trying to balance it between the two, or you feel like it's pretty good?
I don't want to call it a struggle, because I really try to look at the positives, right? A positive in everything. So I'm just happy and excited that I get to be a part of this community, this cannabis community, and have a product that, people like and that people are feeling called to and using, and hopefully, using it in that right way and helping to change some aspect of their life for the better.
Yeah, it's definitely there for a lot of medicinal purposes, and a lot of people do come in and the medical side of it definitely are receptive to the brand and to the actual medicine that it provides.
And you guys also give a percentage back to New Mexico Wildlife as well. And I know that when we mention that to customers, they very much like that. Like, I think that one of the other things that they see like stoners as is like people that aren't really, contributing as much to society. And when they see you guys giving back and like doing things for the community, I think that helps, bring us a little bit further to the forefront in terms of like the public eye and being in a positive light.
Hell yeah,
as well.
it's tough because it's such a hard stigma being in like the bud industry or being dope dealers. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but it's still like there's a lot of medicine to it, and it's providing for families. You know what I mean? So that's something that a lot of people need to see, and that I think you touch on that to be good part in the community, man.
Yeah.
So.
And we love givebacks, right? Me and my wife are both born and raised here in New Mexico. We're born and raised in Belen. We graduated from Belen High. Now we live in Ruidoso, and that's where our business is based out of. So we love our state, right? We're born and raised here. We love every aspect about it, and we wanted to give back. And so we thought, what better avenue to give back than the animals, since we are incorporating them in our spirit animal cards, and just to give back to them and help, the animals are the knowers of all, right? And that's why we can't communicate with them. They've been here the longest. They're going to be here past us. And, just really wanted to give back to that, Definitely want to give back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. And it's because it's become more of
it's a connection to the state.
That too. And a lot of people are trying to hunt them down because they want more of the cards. So you've also created a hype behind not only being able to connect and give back, but
I want an rookie card.
Yeah, right? Basically that rarity and finding something is always, hey, well, let me try to get this one. You know what I mean? So,
for sure.
And that's super cool. And like I said, the packaging itself is phenomenal.
Oh,
it looks
top
notch, dude.
100%.
Yeah, I can't say it enough. So how did you get that like involved to be a full line product? Like, was it just you kind of lining it up, or?
I'll kind of give you a little backstory. So we did start out when I figured out that this was my passion. I wanted to get into the industry. We did have like a different product kind of in mind. We went to Mexico, and fortunately, I was able to do some different plant-based medicines out there, and they really gave me a vision of what I believe, how I believe that I should use the plant. And that's all I really want to do, is give that vision back to everybody else, right? And so that's that being more intentional when I use the, you know, I used to just smoke, get high, sit on the couch,
100%.
lose myself for 2 hours in YouTube, you know what I mean? And not necessarily gain anything from that out of my life.
Yeah.
And so these ceremonies, you know, they really showed me of what I can do and what is possible when you use it this different way, right?
Connect
to
with
open up your mind, to connect and really sit there, you know, when you spark that joint and you read that card, I'm sure you guys have read the cards, you know, they really do call to you. And like you said, my wife wrote every single card, and when you read them, you know, they call to you. So when you smoke, you meditate, you really focus in on that vision, it propels you in a different way than if you're sitting on the couch watching YouTube. You know what I mean? It's just, it just does. And when you smoke like that and consume like that, it just changes everything. And I really feel like it changes every aspect of my day moving forward.
And it definitely shows. And it, like I said, the response that the people that actually do come and they purchase them, the customers, they love it, man. And they're receptive to the good vibes that you're putting out, and they can't get enough of it, man.
Yeah,
so.
and on top of that, it's a good quality product. You told us that, I know the first batch came from P37, I think you told us, up in Albuquerque, but the product itself has been top notch, and that's another reason why people keep coming back, because everything in there it's hitting all the right buttons. You got indica through sativa. You have something for everybody. They're a good size, a 0.5 gram for a heavy smoker. That's, you know, what they're going to go out and smoke. Perfect. But then a 0.5 gram is also shareable between a few people. So, you know, that it definitely heightens the experience with all that kind of stuff coupled in.
For sure. And yeah, that's exactly, you know, obviously with our packaging and everything, you know, we do want to provide quality products, right? So besides like the spiritual aspect of that, we are trying to team with good, you know, farmers and stuff that are growing, and just try to find the best product that we can put in our packaging, you know, in 100%. Our product. So yeah, definitely would love to, you know, we're open to meeting any new growers and stuff. Always, you know, like you said, there's more people coming into play every single day, and everybody has different techniques and growing and different ways that they cultivate. And
100%. I think that's also one of the coolest things, is that we have such a large market. We're going to start seeing like, yo, I grew it this specific way, and like this is like the best way for New Mexico kind of thing. And so we're going to start seeing, dude, like it's going to be crazy seeing when we
they're already here.
That connoisseur boutique level stuff where it's like, hey, we only have like a pound of this coming out every month or two, because that's what we got in the cycle kind of thing. And so it's like, buy it when you can. That's when we're going to be at the height of it. And so I'm sure that we're going to be seeing a lot of that kind of stuff within the Espíritu line as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And dude, what's like, what kind of ventures you got coming up next? Or you got any, just kind of keeping it under wraps for as far as micro growing, or are you doing?
So no, you know, we do have a couple more products coming out here hopefully pretty soon. We're just waiting on that packaging to get in. So
there we go.
We're gonna do the single joints. We're coming out with those, and then jarred eights for now. We are talking to some other people about doing some manufacturing first for gummies and concentrates and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, definitely want to roll out more products, you know, as we continue to grow our product line and offer more to our customers, you know.
Most definitely. Sounds like there's quite a lot to be unwrapped in that. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to dive back into that and see what's going on with their lines coming up. So stay tuned. Be right back. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Your guy, Whetto, my man, Chef Neff, and my man's Jonathan, still holding it down with us. It's so bizarre to say your name as my name. I never say it like that, but it's pretty cool. It's always cool to meet another Jonathan.
Yeah.
Like whole different worlds of stuff. But anyway, so we've talked a lot about a little bit about your family, how you got started, the spirituality, the connection, community, involvement, but we kind of left it off with a little bit of a teaser of things that you guys are starting to pump out and considering new lines and gummies and products. So there was a lot on there I was going for, and basically just an overall, what's next? Like how are you moving forward? Because the market's going wild right now.
Yeah.
So
you know, and like I said, I think that's it for us, is just, you know, getting more products to our customers, right? Like you said, we're really getting great feedback from our boxes and what we're doing with that. And we want to keep that spirituality aspect rolling. So different things that we're doing with every single product, you know, they're all definitely really tied to New Mexico. We love that New Mexico vibe. And just, move forward. Like you said, bring more products into this industry that the people can connect with and use, you know, in their everyday.
So like I mean, definitely the pre-rolls, and you got some singles coming in too, because the manufacturing side of that, has that been a bit of a struggle to deal with, or are you pretty much on top? You just kind of pick up and choose?
You know, if there's been a struggle, then honestly, it's been on my part of just, being a new, entrepreneur and figuring out the business aspects of this
And it's
industry.
Yeah, it's new too.
But no, our manufacturer's solid. They're great. RGC in Albuquerque, they're fantastic. They really help us out, and they push product when we need it, if we're running a little low, and they definitely take care of us. So thank you.
Hey, shout out to them doing the damn thing, been holding it down. How long have you been working with them specifically for like a year now?
It's been about 6-7 months. We launched at the end of November is when we really launched and started things. November, December, we kind of count that as 1 month because it was kind of late to go. But yes, it's been about a solid 6 months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the team is just constantly expanding, getting more remote, so is it more of like a brand that you're pushing into it, or?
Yeah, more of a brand. I think by the end of this year, what we really want to do is take over our own manufacturing. That way, just we kind of have control of it, like
quality
you said,
control, right?
Yeah, more of that quality control. I know exactly how everything is coming out, and yep.
And then also, I was going to say, you could also, it's already a spiritual thing, but then you could have her, these are specifically blessed packs.
100%.
And everything. Yeah, dude. Limited edition.
Yeah,
Buy them while they're hot.
So is that like, you can, like monk, you can have holy water, and so is she at that?
Holy weed, yes. No.
Is that
that would be great. I don't know if that's really a thing, but obviously energy plays a big thing and a big role in every day. So
sure.
I definitely think something like you're saying and putting an energy towards a product to keep spreading that energy through everybody it touches.
Are you big into like reincarnation kind of stuff like that?
It just depends. Yeah, just depends.
Because there's a lot that would go from tree to leaf to us, and
yeah,
you know what I mean.
For sure. I think we're all connected.
Smoking, Grandpa.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, nowadays everybody spreads their ashes, so you never know.
You never
right?
know, honestly. It's been wild, man. Moving around in a day and age today is crazy, and then because you're doing, like I said, we touched on, we got your daughters, man. Mm-hmm. That's been our daughter and son. Sorry,
that's
twins.
Cool.
Twins.
No worries.
Well, I have my kids too, and it makes me think about being an entrepreneur in these times. It's scary as shit, man. There's no manual for this stuff, but like you're literally paving your own road to that, man. And before we go any further, I'd just like to commend you. I usually cheers, pop a bottle, whatever to you, man. Sure. So I respect that you don't drink like that either or whatever. So cheers to the hustle that you've got, man, by all means.
Appreciate that.
I always like to ask too a lot of times, what is do what I want? What do you feel like that represents in your guys' world?
Do what I want. I think that's a great motto. I think we all should be doing what we want, right? We only get one life. So live it to the fullest. Do what you want. Do what you want with your life. Mm-hmm. Take control of your life. I know even now saying that, gives me reflection of I read a thing the other day, and it really changed the way I thought, and it says, for lack of better words, I'm probably going to say it wrong, but you can always change your life to be the person you want. And I hope that you're finding peace, joy, love, everything in your life that you want. And if you're not, I hope you have the strength to change it. And so I just really saw that and just thinking I can change. I can be exactly who I want to be today. Yesterday doesn't matter. Let's move forward. Everything's forward progression. Let's move forward and be the person you want. If that's a change, make that change today.
You have to. You have to be able to move on command, not on command, but like audible that shit quick.
Yeah.
Because you can't stay especially the entrepreneurial aspect. Yeah. You have to take that L, keep it moving, whatever.
My wife told me, man, when I first started, I'm so lucky to have my wife. Thank you. And she told me, she said, being an entrepreneur, she's been doing it for years. So the biggest thing you have to learn is how to pivot.
Yeah.
And pivot without stress, right? Because things are going to happen. Things are going to happen in any industry, any job, anything. Something's going to come up. It's going to stress you out. It's not going to go your way. And just being able to clear your mind, move forward from that, and pivot,
And that's probably the biggest, monumental part of the entrepreneurial part that a lot of people, I really don't think I can go sell some stuff, chunk hustle, but it's like, what are you going to do when nobody shows up? What are you going to do when you run out of inventory and you ain't got nobody to pull back on? How do you bounce back? You know what I mean? So it's been a tricky, adventure, especially with social media, because you are top notch at that as well, man. You are constantly posting and having a good interaction with my posts too. You always repost stuff and so I commend you on that, man.
And also like making sure you're staying within Instagram guidelines.
That's
Ain't
so
nobody
hard to do,
trying
man.
to get your shit banned, because all you're doing is just like, here's a box of pre-rolls and like smoke responsibly, homies.
Yeah.
Like you don't even say like where to, like you don't even have to say where to pick it up, because he puts it up and then posts it off and you repost. It's easy enough.
Pretty common sense.
Shout out to our business partner, my cousin, Kevin Cadillo.
Shout out
he
Kevin.
runs our social media and everything for us. So
Hey.
yeah,
man.
he's great. It's what he does, and he knows all the algorithms and all those things that I have no clue about.
There's a lot of that. That SEO is a whole nother language. So anybody that can speak that is they get paid for it. So
for sure.
Now on this bad boy too, we keep these around at the shop. Now those hands look familiar, man.
Those are mine, man. Those are mine.
You model?
You're modeling it too, man.
We do a little bit of everything around here.
Right? You gotta be in all in the product mode.
That's part of that entrepreneurship, right?
Hell yeah, man.
Do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I would be denying if I said that this isn't a part of me and a lot of this stuff too. Every dog has their day, man. So like you've been a leader of a pack and pushing forward on a lot of different realms, and it's showing with monumental success, man. So I can't do anything but commend you for it, and congratulate you. I know you're going. The sky's the limit, man. If people do want to work with you and they would like to be able to maybe reach out and get some products, how can they get a hold of you?
Social media. My email is motivatedjohn.
Hey.
John, just JON
Right
at
there,
gmail.com. You can shoot me an email. My Instagram's motivatedjohn.
Okay.
Shoot me a message on there. We are Espíritu. I check that a lot too, so you can shoot me a message on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah, we'll definitely aim people to make sure that they can pick up some of this stuff, man. They already know where to come and find it here.
100%.
So it's definitely a great product, man. A kick-ass movement and a dope family putting out there with it, man.
Appreciate
so
that.
we're more than honored to have you in here, my man, Chef Neff. You got any more questions for my mans?
Man, we went over just about everything I could think of, dude.
Hell yeah, brother, man.
I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the opportunity to be in your guys' shop. It speaks volumes. I love your guys' shop and what you guys are doing.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate.
Well, hell yeah, y'all already know what it is. You heard it here first, man. We got your guy Whetto, my man Chef Neff, and Jonathan holding it down with us. If you're trying to come find us, it's 1770 South Tell Shore here in Las Cruces, New Mexico, or that's dwiw.shop. Click there, get you some gear, get you whatever you need. You already know what's up. Other than that, like, follow, subscribe, all the good stuff. Until next time, deuces.
Like.
Out.